Alrighty guys, we're back for some more burn, and this is a Wilds of Eldraine standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks, entity decks with a red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do got that Discord link as well as that Patreon link down in the description if you're interested in joining either of those up. Okay, what do we got packed into the build here? First of all, this was highly requested to go ahead and revisit Imodane the Pyrohammer. So thank you for all the requests, everybody. I appreciate it. A 4 mana, 4/4, legendary creature. Whenever an instant or sorcery spell you control that targets only a single creature deals damage to that creature, Imodane deals that much damage to each opponent. Nice, very cool build around. So we just have a whole bunch of burn packed in here, honestly. Like our top end here, Virtue of Courage is a 5 mana enchantment, but of course we have that adventure side, instant speed, 2 mana, Embereth Blaze, deals 2 damage to any target. Beautiful. Now the 5 mana side of this is an enchantment. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library. You may play those cards this turn. Very beautiful. So of course we have more generic burn in here between all 4 lightning strikes, all 4 play with fires and stuff like that. We also have a single End the Festivities. Going to do a lot in this one actually because we have all 4 Mechanized Warfares in here. So of course if a red or artifact source you control would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 1 instead. And that's going to pair beautifully with cards like Kessig Flamebreather, so it's a 2 mana 1/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Kessig Flamebreather deals 1 damage to each opponent. Very nice. Now, this is actually an Izzet build, or we're kind of sort of splashing blue in here. So I have a Fires of Victory, which is a 2 mana instant speed. We don't get to see this too often. A kicker cost of 2 and a blue, and if it was kicked, you draw a card. And then Fires of Victory deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the number of cards in your hand, which honestly could be big damage, especially early on, which could really come in handy, dude. A nice clean way to take out an early Sheoldred or something sounds good to me. But also, if you're packing a huge punch off the Fires of Victory, of course, Imodane is going to pack a huge punch to the opponent's face as well. Also, for the splash of blue, have a Scalding Viper here. It's a 2 mana, 2/1. Whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, dude, 3 or less, so like all the aggro decks ever. Scalding Viper deals 1 damage to that player, and that can really add up, especially if you have like a couple Scalding Vipers and like a Mechanized Warfare on the board too. Now all of a sudden the opponent's seriously getting punished for playing their deck or spamming out some Phoenix chick. Now they're really getting punished, huh? But it also has an adventure side here. Steam Clean is a 2 mana sorcery speed. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Nice, that could really come in handy as well. Also for the splash of blue, have a Meeting of Minds here. So it's a 4 mana, rock and convoke, so our creatures can help us cast this spell. And then you just draw 2 cards. So keeping our hand nice and stocked. And a lot of our creatures don't mind just chilling on the board, dealing damage without actually swinging in. So they're going to be untapped often or unable to actually swing in against like an opponent's board state. And we're just kind of relying on them to ping damage to the opponent anyway. So they're going to be untapped often. Just tap them down, draw a couple cards, keep our hand nice and stocked with burn. Sounds good to me, dude. Speaking of more burn, there's more burn with Nahiri's Warcrafting, just a 1 of. Every now and then we got to deal 5 damage to something, and every now and then we actually don't get 2 Warfares on the board and have the Lightning Strike available. So yeah, sometimes you miss all the Warfares. You just got to do 5 damage sometimes, man. Is that everything already? Wow. Oh, no. Vindictive Flamestoker, a 1 mana 1/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on Vindictive Flamestoker. So for 6 and a red, you can sacrifice Vindictive Flamestoker, discard your hand, draw 4 cards. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each oil counter on Vindictive Flamestoker. So you can actually get this pretty cheap early on, and just another way to keep our hand nice and stocked up with burn spells, right? Oh, and I missed another one here. Yeah, Witchstalker Frenzy. Same concept as the Nahiri's Warcrafting, man. Sometimes you just need to do 5 damage to something. And Witchstalker Frenzy is solid, bro. So this is a 4 mana instant speed. It costs 1 less to cast for each creature that attacked this turn. That could be your creatures, and that could be your opponent's creatures as well, which is wild to me. It just deals 5 damage to target creature. Beautiful. All right, the mana base actually have all 4 Restless Spires in here. I don't know how often we're going to be, like, actually powering this up and using it, but you never know. And I wanted more dual land in here anyway, so it's between, like, the Restless Spire and the one that actually just gains you life whenever you play it, because I didn't want these to just be islands, because that would be a little silly for the splash of blue that we actually have in here. So wanted dual lands, happen to have 4 Restless Spires, so that's what we got. Stormcarved Coast, of course, the Reef, heavily leaning towards that red, rocking a Crucible. Also, a Soaring City, too. So yeah, there's actually some pretty cool ways to slow down the opponent, keep our hand nice and stocked while we burn their face away, hopefully with Imodane the Pyrohammer, right? Honorable mentions, guys. I thought about a Bloodthirsty Adversary for a bit, but it's kind of like I said, we're actually not swinging with our creatures too often. We are heavily relying on their ability to just ping and poke the opponent's face. So thought about Frolicking Familiar, of course. It is an Izzet build, but same concept, dude. We're not swinging too often in this one. We're really, really leaning into the burn here. That's another reason. Like, it's not Izzet Prowess, for example. I thought about Quick Study instead of the Meeting of Minds, but I actually think the Meeting of Minds is going to be much better in this particular build. And if we went the Quick Study route, then that Bloodthirsty Adversary would be a little bit better too, because going Bloodthirsty Adversary for 5 and picking up a Quick Study from the grave actually seems pretty cool, huh? Also considered Ill-Tempered Loner. That could have been a sweet addition in this build, and like you could target your own loner with like a Witchstalker Frenzy, for example. And like that pairs really well with the Imodane too, so definitely something to consider. But in this deck in particular, I think this would be a little bit of a janky pick actually. So, and it's another card that would be taking up a top end position as well. So all right, guys, I think that's everything. Let's go ahead, take it into some ranked and see how we do. All right, right into that first match. What am I expecting from the build? Bro, I don't even know why I'm still asking this question. I never know. And every time I guess, I'm always wrong. So, I guess, I mean, I built it to be good, so hopefully it's good, right? But, I mean, we probably want to label it jank, though. Ooh, what's going on here? Opponent? Are we in this match together, buddy? I'll go ahead and pause the recording until MTG Arena knows what it's doing, I suppose. Okay, so I had to restart my game, and it seems like Arena's bugging out, dude. So I mean, I'm just gonna keep this. I don't think the opponent's actually here. The opponent's here. What is happening, dude? Okay, well, so I restarted my client, and like it changed my avatar here at the bottom to the opponent's avatar, and then the opponent timed out, and now we're here. I mean, I guess this isn't a terrible hand, but yeah. Oh, Mechanized Warfare is the grab, right? Oh, Play with Fire, actually. Nice. Well, we're probably in trouble. Ego Drain. Oh, no, 2 of them. Oh, they don't like that removal, huh? Oh, okay. They're gonna hit the Mechanized Warfare that time. Well, crap, guys. Well, crap. All right, we'll get that Reef down. Passing it back. Fairies is always scary, man. I have an incredibly negative win rate against fairies. Ooh, Imodane. Nice, dude. We're drawing really well, luckily. How scary would it be? Okay, we're not swinging. Like, because if they end up untapping Sleep Cursed Fairy... see, that has Ward too, though. It's pretty rough, man. Yeah, you guys will have to let me know if this game has bugged out like this for you before, where it like changes your avatar and everything for the match. That was super bizarre. Stormcarved Coast, 4 mana open, and they didn't play Shieldred. Well, I don't know if this Imodane's gonna land, guys. But I'm gonna try it. Come on, Imodane, I believe in you. Yeah, let's go. Oh no, duck. Duck, Imodane, get down. No. Oh man. Well, you did your best, Imodane. You did your best. Shivan Reef. Wow, a lot of the dual lands. At this point, we might as well power up that Restless Spire. See what happens, huh? Maybe we'll get a good scry here. Or maybe we're actually getting that scry through, guys. Let's go. Oh, Flamebreather. Yeah, dude, I'll keep that. We're kind of in trouble, though. I don't know how we're going to deal with this Sleep Cursed Berry without spending a ridiculous amount. Are they going to go for that block even though we have End the Festivities in hand? I'm surprised by this. This is a great way for us to clean up the fairy. Well, we lose a land, though. Oh, they could have a counterspell for End the Festivities. That's true enough. I'm going to try it, though. Yeah, I already played a land this turn. I was double checking. Oh no, they do have a counterspell. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Well, dude, Ego Drain looks so disgusting. I don't know how much like keeping a Play with Fire and a Mechanized Warfare in our hand could have done, but I do feel a little bit disrupted by that, you know what I mean? Alright, Flamebreather. There you go, buddy. We have Meeting of Minds open, and we'll probably just keep that for their turn. Yeah, overall, maybe we should have mulliganed that first. Should I do this now? Should I do this now before they draw? Well, like, what if they draw a counterspell or something? I guess this is fine since they have... Oh... No, guys. Okay, Abandoned Mire. Opponent, don't scare me like that. Jeez. Okay, we restocked our hand. We found some burn for the duelist. This Sleep Cursed Berry, though, it's doing a lot, man. It's doing a lot. The ward on that is particularly bad. Remember, this is sorcery speed. For the Scalding Viper. Do we attempt? I suppose we do things on our turn, guys. We don't want them to see more off the top. We're going to be taking 3 from the fairy. And I'm just going to play the Viper. Let's see. If they flash down another creature, then we'll want the Frenzy open when they swing. If they flash down another creature, it is what it is, huh? Let's just go for that Viper for the turn. This whole match has been a little silly. So... Oh, it's going to be a Spell Stutter. Luckily not flash, so we do survive the turn here. Also, we have a swing with Flamebreather, actually. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it, guys. Put that on the list of the things that we don't talk about. That's funny, man. We're probably super dead anyways, but yeah. See, it would cost 4 mana to get that Lightning Strike onto that Sleep Cursed Fairy. And when they swing with this next turn, yeah, I guess we just go for it, huh? Sleep Cursed Fairy, man. Super scary card, huh? Super scary fairy. That was a good draw, though. Nothing from the opponent that turn. Wow. It's too bad I don't have the Flamebreather out there still. The number of times I have run face first into the Sleep Cursed Fairy at this point is very embarrassing. I apologize, guys. Meeting of Minds is good, but for the turn, we're just going to get Virtue of Courage down. They actually fizzled out. So if they don't see creatures off the top for a couple turns, we might have a good chance here. Meeting of Minds is going to help us restock. And we'll wait for their turn to restock this time round, I think. Because, yeah, again, they could have flashed something down that turn. Land. Come on, meetings. Land on this board state. Yes, restock. Play with fire. Oh, buddy, I'm going to keep that for our turn, though. Because of Virtue of Courage. Flamebreather. We should probably play that first. We should probably play Flamestoker. Do we actually want to see the top two with Virtue? What are the odds that we see something we want to play? Looks like the opponent has something here. Fairy Fencing. Nice. Okay. Instead of getting that extra damage through, I'm going to go for the oil counter on the Flamestoker. See what we see off the top with the Virtue of Courage. If we pull this back by some miracle, then I don't even know. Like, I don't even know, guys. Take action. We get to play that Flamebreather. Oh, Fires of Victory would have been good if they had more creatures, too. Guys, like, I played this out so poorly the entire time. I actually feel a little bad right now. A lot of burn. I guess we risk the swing. And we'll still have 3 open if they flash something down. Like, we have Witchstalker Frenzy's the thing. Soaring City, I'm going to send that to the bottom. I don't know how necessary that's going to be right now when we're looking for just more burn in general. Also, they do know that we have this Witchstalker Frenzy in hand. Opponent's down to 12. If we pull this back, even with all of my misplays... Fairy Mastermind, yeah, we take that out now. Totally fine. Oh, should it have been... No, Warcrafting. Warcrafting's better for... Wow, Virtue of Courage. I was going to say, Warcrafting's better when we have open mana, as we try to wrap it up and stuff, you know? You know what? I will take that action. We have 2 open. Oh, nice. Beautiful. There. Oh, we're at the end. Well, that kind of sucks, right? But that's okay. That's alright. Yeah, we were at the end step, so we couldn't play the Viper. Aito. Oh my goodness. Alright. Yeah, the extra draw off the fairy was really good for the opponent there. They're going for the draw, too. They're not even going for the creature, because they're expecting more burn than I'm assuming. They find a Dream Thief. Surveil 1. I am going to ping that. Well, maybe we could keep the Warcraft. We ping the opponent's face here, and then go Warcrafting on that next turn. Yeah, let's go face. Warcrafting the Dream Thief next turn. Also, Painland, we got to be careful. Decline. We would have done all this on our turn too. We're going to be running out of mana at some point, is the thing, so. GG opponent, GG. I'm actually a little bit surprised they didn't let us play that one out, because there was a chance that we weren't. Yeah, see the... Oh, I guess we're ranking up. See, the ranks were bugged out there too. Super strange, man. Again, I'm going to pause the recording, restart my game, because that was super bizarre at the beginning there. Okay, hopefully that fixed any issues that we might be having. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Yeah. Just like the fact that it reset our avatar, bugged out the ranks and everything. And then it looked like the opponent wasn't there, but then they were there. That I kept a really bad hand, and then I misplayed like 3 times. Oh my goodness, guys, I apologize for that first match. Still was a great comeback, though, luckily. Opponent goes first here. I would not consider this a mulligan hand. It actually looks pretty decent, man. Swamp. Restless Fortress, okay. Well, Cut Down is still a card. We'll see if Flamebreather can get around that Cut Down for a turn. It does not. You did your best, Flamebreather. You did your best. Wedding announcement, sure. Land off the top would be huge for us. Nice, dude. You love to see it. Let's get that Mechanized Warfare down. Might just keep the 4 open. Wandering Emperor has been everywhere. Gonna be a Soul Cauldron, actually. Oh my. We'll go ahead and get that counter by exiling our Flamebreather. Sure. Get another 1/1. Flamebreather again. Nice. Does it stick? I don't know. We also don't have any 1 mana cards to play. I still think that's the play though, right? Over attempting burn on their creatures. Maybe. Virtue of Loyalty, get another creature. Oh, this looks terrifying, dude. Because now they have the 5 mana already for the Virtue, and they just untap all their creatures, give counters to all their creatures. Oh no, guys. Oh, they're going for the Gumdrop Prisoner instead. I'm surprised by that. I guess they want more creatures on the board before they start buffing all of them. Yeah, we're just going to go no blocks. Seed of the Empire exists, and that could very well be their last card in hand here. I guess since Wedding Announcement was already buffing their board state, they didn't need the Virtue, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is scary. We don't have much going on right now. Everything's relatively expensive. If we keep stuff for their turn, I guess that's what we end up doing, right? We end up keeping stuff for their turn. Witchstalker Frenzy and Lightning Strike, hopefully, is what is available to us. Flamebreather cut down again. Okay. Extra damage. Let's get rid of their Vigilant Knight. And it's 2 damage to the opponent's face. And then we have Witchstalker Frenzy for when they swing in next turn. No, we don't, because now they're only swinging with 2 creatures. Oh no, they do have Restless Fortress over there too, so there is a chance. Agatha's Soul Cauldron, there's no creatures in the grave yet, so yeah. Nice. Now there's creatures in the grave they could use to buff that on up. They're going on to the same human, makes sense. Wonder if they power up that fortress. I think the fortress, oh, they don't, so Witchstalker Frenzy isn't going to do anything. So if I would have hit face, we would have had Witchstalker Frenzy, but we'd be in trouble either way, I would say. Yeah. Woo, buddy. Just a couple humans over there. Oh, there we go. 4th mana. Okay. So it's going to be Steam Clean this human. Luckily, that deals with tokens nicely. And they still have the power up on the Restless Fortress. This is going to come down. Okay. So this cleans up the Scalding Viper when it comes time. So do we just do this on our turn, or do we wait? I guess we wait. Wait. Yeah, there's no creatures in the grave right now, so I was going to say, while the Soul Cauldron was tapped down, you got to keep an eye on that for sure when you're trying to burn creatures away. And if they power up the fortress, then we go Witchstalker Frenzy onto the fortress, because that is a very good hit. We also have to remember that, yeah, we do have a Mechanized Warfare on this board state too, so everything is doing an extra damage, luckily. So even if they did power up that and get a counter by some miracle, then at least Lightning Strike still does the 4 damage. Oh, and on that note, Virtue of Courage does 3 damage. I gotta keep a better eye on my board states, guys. Been doing that a lot recently. Beseech the Mirror. What did they end up bargaining here? Do they, like, ditch the soul? Or maybe they just grab that to hand. Wait, what did they bargain? The food token. It was the food token, wasn't it? Okay. They swing with that. We pick it up with Embereth Blaze. Witchstalker Frenzy still picks up that Sheoldred. We're just burning them out, guys. Wow. I think this is still leaning towards them just based on how much they have over here, though, and the fact that they still have yet to power up that Restless Fortress, too. Oh, crap. That does get it above the range, doesn't it? Yeah. A 6/7 Shieldred. We can double down on Burn next turn, but I think we're dead. Let's double down on Burn next turn, but I'm pretty sure this is GG's. The doubling down would be Witchstalker Frenzy and Play with Fire, I guess, right? Which is, it's a lot of extra damage here. But we still have to do it. Like, we could keep Frenzy back. No. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, unfortunately, it being a 6/7, also because of the buff from the festivity as well. You know, we got to get rid of that. And whenever the fortress is powered up, it only has a 4 butt, so it still gets hit from the lightning strike as long as the warfare sticks around. We're barely holding on, guys, but could you imagine if those flame breathers would have survived? That would have been sick, dude. Okay, they're gonna go ahead and get Poisoner down. It's gonna be a 5/4 Virtue of Courage. So this hits that, but the fortress is, I guess we have to hit Poisoner. We wait for them to target it with the Soul Cauldron, and then we do it at instant speed. Oh. I guess I should probably get a blocker down too, huh? And we still have the Lightning Strike. I was gonna say, like, keeping Virtue of Courage open with the Lightning. They're actually just gonna, they're not gonna exile one of their creatures. Okay, so we'll just keep that open for their turn then. We've seen these style of Orzhov builds floating about, and I would call them less scary than the Orzhov Planeswalker builds that we've seen. But this is a very cool version of Orzhov, though. Okay, they're gonna power up that fortress yet? No, they don't have the mana for it now. Unless they play a mana now, maybe. Liliana. Yee. I guess they can activate the Soul Cauldron at instant speed. I should have done it while that was tapped out, guys. This says nothing about sorcery speed. Okay, now I guess we wait for them to target and then do it, right? I guess it doesn't matter if we wait, but get that out of here. I still have this fortress that we're going to have to take care of. We're going to be discarding too, so maybe it's going to be Meeting of the Minds. Oh, buddy, I don't even know. Yeah, we're going to keep Meeting of Minds. That way we can draw. Somehow we've been keeping this board nice and cleaned up. Let's see if we see a land here. We do find a land. Another Flame Breather. That's number 3, dude. Oh, man. They go plus on Liliana. What do we ditch? I guess the Meeting. I don't want to lose either of these. I'd love to play Flame Breather, then activate Meeting next turn. Taking... Oh, that's a 2/5 right now. Yeah, wedding announcement. Okay. Okay. We have been in a sticky situation this entire game. And nothing has changed. So they could go Soul Cauldron, pick up their Shieldred, swing for 3. We're going down to 1 here. Ow. They are having us discard. Okay, I guess it's Flame Breather, right? Unfortunately. Here he's Warcrafting. Wow, that's sorcery speed, unfortunately. So that's that, guys. GG opponent. Look at that. We found a land off the Warcrafting too. It's too bad we couldn't keep a creature on the board. So even if we have a blocker, it doesn't matter because this just ends up doing the 2 to us anyways. So go ahead and get that Scry. Ooh, more land. Yeah, the land early on. Yeah, good game, opponent. The land early on would have been much better than seeing it right now. Because we were on the run for a while, and we would have really loved to be able to do multiple things on the same turn. Either way, after the wedding festivity flipped and they got that virtue down on the board, they exiled 6 cards with this Soul Cauldron, guys. That game actually went on for a little while, didn't it? Yeah, that was going to be an uphill battle regardless, man. As soon as they got those onto the board, that was going to be super tough. If we couldn't find a way to actually get the burn through fast enough, you know what I mean? Speaking of which, hopefully Imodane can survive one of these matches. Right into the next game, guys. What you bringing to the table, buddy? Okay, we go first. That's a plus for sure, man. Get that flame breather ready. Banes. Alright. That's enough land. Yeah, it's enough land for a while. Maybe another blue source, but I don't think so. The one blue source on the board is totally fine. Oh, Thalia's really bad for this deck. What a good draw. But we can't play it because of Thalia. Flamebreather does block Thalia really well, but I wonder if it's just going to be a Brutal Cathar for the turn. Mechanized Warfare was such a good draw. It is going to be a Brutal Cathar. Okay, luckily, we have so much burn packed in here. Brutal Cathars are like nothing to a burn deck, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness, we're in trouble, dude. These have been, like, they're not bad draws, don't get me wrong, but they're like bad draws right now. Like right in this moment, these are really bad. Okay. You know what would be great? End the festivities off the top. Oh, no, it wouldn't be because it's going to cost more as well. Knight Errant, they're going to grab a Copper Coat Vanguard. Dude, we need to see some of our burn immediately. Flame Breather. That's not bad. Yikes, dude. Okay, if we go Flame Breather, we do have Meeting of the Minds draw on their turn, as long as, well, yeah, so we keep blockers back, and then hopefully we're able to block successfully and activate Meeting of Minds. Coppercoat Vanguard, yep. Initiate's gonna get the buff too, so we actually don't have the block with Flame Breather unless we want it to perish here. They're only gonna swing with the Knight Errant. Okay. We're going to take that 5. No blocks. Restock our hand and see if we can find some burn. We really needed to take care of Thalia early on, but not seeing anything there. Alright, opponent's tapped out. Let's just do this now. See what we see. Flamestoker, Stormcarved Coast. Okay, okay. Come on, top deck. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh my. Alright, well, I guess... So, are we gonna die next turn, guys? We're gonna have to block like crazy, so I don't think they're gonna end up swinging with Cathar, luckily. I'm gonna get that Mechanized Warfare down so our blocks are a little bit more deadly. And if we could find... Yeah, dude. Our one of End the Festivities would be wild, man. But any burn, because this game, we're seeing everything that pairs well with the burn, but not the actual burn. Like, Imodane's been on this board state for how many turns? We haven't been able to do anything with it, though. And our first burn target will be the Coppercoat Vanguard, but yeah, like, that one of End the Festivities would save the day, you know? Yeah, they can give that Indestructible. See, like, I'm tempted by some blocks here. I think we're going to have to chump with the Flamestoker, because we don't want to take... Are we going to die regardless? They still have 2 open. I'm concerned about a second Seat of the Empire, but if they... I mean, we're probably going to die anyways. This makes them discard. Take the 5 there. And I don't want to lose Imodane by any means, so... Alright, let's see it, opponent. Wow, they didn't even... They let the Guardian die. They must have maybe a second one to play in hand. They do, okay. Come on, end the festivities off the top. It is not, unfortunately. Virtue of Courage is good. Ugh. Weird draws, huh? Too bad I can't hit that Cathar successfully. Taking out Thalia would cost a lot as well. Is the Vanguard the hit? Is it? Is it, though? I guess. We could do it on their turn, too, but I guess we do it now. Flamebreather pings for 2. Look at this big damage, man. We need to see more burn off the top. That hits for 4, down to 12. And we still have Meeting of Minds available, so if we can, by some miracle, survive this turn, right? If, like, Cathar number 2 doesn't hit. If Cathar number 2 hits, then we're dead. Just full... It might still be a full swing death anyways, because they have the 6/4 Adeline that we're going to have to chump. And then the Initiate gets buffed. They could also buff the board state with, like, a second Vanguard, too. Peacekeeper. Well, we can't tap down our creature, so I guess that's that. They make the Meeting of Minds more expensive, so now we won't be able to find more burn off the top. That turn 2 Thalia, man, I'll tell you what, that slowed us down, but we also drew pretty poorly, I would say, not seeing too much of our burn here. Meeting of Minds costing 7 now. Yeah, we can't tap down any of our creatures if we want any hope of survival, because we're gonna have to block the Adeline. And I think we're forced to block the Knight Errant too. So yeah, if this didn't cost too much, we would have got that draw. And I guess technically there could have been a chance of seeing enough burn off the top to win, right? Because Mechanized Warfare, if we were drawing 2 and we saw like 2 lightning strikes, that's 8 damage. It would have had to be like triple lightning strike though, that's a lot. So I doubt that would have happened, but still. Go for the buff on the Guardian. So let's see. So no matter what, we gotta block Adeline. And we're taking 1 here. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. Oh, it's death no matter what, isn't it? Oh, it is. Good game, opponent. Yeah. I guess I could have mathed that out before taking so long on our turn too, but still. More burn would have been excellent there. Would have been a super uphill battle regardless, because as soon as they were able to protect that Thalia with the ward as well, now we needed multiple burn to get around both of the cards that are slowing us down, you know what I mean? So, alright guys, we're 38 minutes in. I believe in the build. I think we can seriously slam damage through. See if we can get a little bit better draws here, and hopefully I can play it out a little better now here for the end of the video. Virtue. Yep. I like it. Opponent goes first. That should scare us, I would say. We're going to skip that Restless Spire for a couple turns until it feels right. We're going to go right into that turn 1 Flamestoker. Deserted Beach. Yep. Right into that. And we might even go right into the turn 2 Scalding Viper. That was a good draw. We'll see if they keep those 2 open. They are going to keep them open, it looks like. Okay. So we could take the turn to get the spires down. I'm going to attempt to swing here, see what happens. I'm curious. See if they have like a flash creature. No, nothing. All right, let's get that Viper. If they counter this, I think that's fine. It's not a terrible counter. 2-mana card for a 2-mana card at that point. Nice, it lands. Might just be some spot removal then. Nice, we get a clue for that. And we actually poke them with some damage from the Viper too, so that's good. Passes. Ooh, Mechanized Warfare. Man, the Restless Spire's just chilling, huh? But let's give it a shot. Let's see that dissipate. We've been seeing this form of Azorius control that runs like the spot removal with Fateful Absence, and then the choice counter spells have been dissipate. Might just be another Fateful Absence. It's gonna be Seat of the Empire. Wow. Four mana open. Another Restless. Alright, we're just gonna keep our burn open. Well, yeah, and the clue too, if we don't want to go for the burn. Gonna be Wandering Emperor, go creature. Memory Deluge. Ooh, I wonder if we want to spam some stuff out of our hand. Probably not, because yeah, well, they're tapped out. Maybe we go for some burn, and I guess it would be Virtue. That way next turn we could play it as a 5-drop, right? Okay, I talked myself into this. While they're tapped out, while they can't counter the burn, we're gonna do 3 to their face with the Virtue and see what happens. Opponent must have a tough decision with the Memory Deluge. Okay, they grab the 2. Oh, I must have clicked through. Well, I guess the decision was made for us, guys. I must have clicked through it earlier instead of being able to play it on top of the Memory Deluge. Yeah, I couldn't play it on top of their decision there, unless I went full control. Maybe that would have worked. Well, let's see if we're punished with the counter spell here. Oh no. It's okay, we don't have the 5 next turn anyways because of Restless Spire, but oh nice. Good draw. Have 2 open, that does play around and make disappear, but not the dissipate, so alright. It's still Flamebreather first regardless. It lands. We have Clue and Lightning Strike available. Okay. You know what? So far so good. Oh no, Flamebreather! Get down! Okay. It feels like a 3rd piece of spot removal here. Soul Partition for our Warfare. You know what? I'm going maximum damage to the opponent's face. Yes, dude, look at all that. Nice, okay. That all landed through, guys. That was pretty good. 5 mana Warfare isn't particularly great. 6 mana for the opponent. Been seeing a huge uptick in these control decks, huh? How about you guys? They are very tough to go up against. The land is bad. I wonder if it's Virtue for the turn. It's a little less damage, but then we can start seeing more off the top when we play other things from Flamebreather and stuff. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot, huh? Yeah, 5 mana Warfare just doesn't seem terrific though, regardless. Nice. Is it gonna land? It is gonna land. Well, at that rate, I'm just not gonna swing. I've run into enough Wandering Emperor to say Flamebreather is better off just being okay. Gonna be a Fateful Absence. Okay, we might want to draw off of those next turn. There's the Wandering Emperor. Yep. Yeah, this was better off just keeping back for sure because that exile would have been brutal. Opponent's at 8, guys. I think we have a good chance here. See a little bit of burn off the top, use that Virtue of Courage ability, and then just continue piling burn through, right? Like, I think we have a good chance. And they have Memory Deluge open and only 1 card in hand here. Oh no, Virtue of Courage. If they they're looking at it. If they take that out, then our hope is gone, I would say. Oh, Flamebreather. Wow, dude. Okay. We'll start with a draw and see what happens. Eee, more land. That's not good. That's not great. Let's get that Flamebreather down. We can power up the Spire, but they have that 3/3 blocker, so. Memory Deluge. Jeez, bro. Okay, I guess... Wait, yeah, we don't have anything else. Let's give them that time to find whatever they want to find with the Memory Deluge, and a Farewell would be brutal. You had 2 cards to hand. That was a much easier decision for them. See if we see like a Play with Fire, I suppose. Another land. At least we're getting them off the top, right? Like, at least we're not going to be drawing it next turn. The clues kind of helped us out there a little bit in that sense. Teferi, who slows the sunset, helps them gain some life, guys. We need to see burn off the top. Seems to be a theme today, unfortunately, huh? I wonder if I don't have enough burn in here. I suppose that's very possible. Back up to 10, get that swing with a 4/4 probably. Oh no, they tap it and then they exile and then they gain. Okay, yep, the combo with Wandering Emperor and Teferi over there. Oh man. More land. Oh no, guys. All right, let's get those scries, huh? I wonder if our land even ends up surviving here for a turn. Oh man, I'm gonna have to start building around more of these control builds, although we've been doing relatively decent against them, I would say, overall. Like they haven't been... Well, watch out for Auto Tapper, guys. I was gonna power all these up. Oops, oopsie-daisies. Yeah, they didn't want us to take the burn damage. They're just swinging face, and one of them's gonna die. But we're hopefully gonna get more through there. Wait, would we have had the mana for it then? Yeah. Yeah, we would have. No, we wouldn't have. What am I saying? This Reef would have just been the Restless Spire untapped. Yeah, we would have needed one more land on the board. Flamebreather. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it's like, you know what? I'm keeping that. That's funny, dude. Any creature that we end up playing, though, has that strong chance of just getting tapped and then exiled with Wandering Emperor, although it's going to take them a couple turns. Yeah, we flooded out pretty bad here. That's something in the final thoughts. We're going to have to talk about that for sure. Like, we're going to have to talk about the amount of land that we saw today. Because it was a lot when we didn't want a lot, and a little when we didn't want a little too, so I don't know. The first strike on this could be really good, huh? If we ended up having burn in hand. Virtue of Loyalty. Oh my goodness. We're in danger, guys. So Flamebreather, then Mechanized Warfare. And then they tap Flamebreather, exile with Wandering Emperor, because this is a plus turn for the Emperor. 6 damage. At least it's a control deck that looks like they're actually going to wrap up the game here, especially if they play Virtue of Loyalty for the turn too. Yeah, that would be a wild time. Oh. Gonna swing. I wonder if they're just gonna play the long game here. Because they could have lethal on the board next turn if they play that Virtue. They are gonna play it down. And they still have 3 open too, so it still could be the Dissipates that I was talking about earlier as well. Hey, that Soul Partition went a long way for that Warfare. I'd say that was terrific. Yep, there's the lethal on the board. Flamebreather. Mechanized Warfare. Yeah, that Soul Partition was terrific for them. Okay, they let it go. What's nice here too is we'll actually get to see the top card off the Virtue of Courage. Well, maybe. Yeah, you never know if they end up taking out Virtue of Courage with something fancy. Actually gonna take out the Flamebreather with another Soul Partition. See if we find a 1-mana card here. A land! I feel like I shouldn't be surprised. A good game, opponent, good game. You have to, at the very least, appreciate that they were able to wrap it up in a reasonable amount of time, right? Like, I think we have to appreciate that. Also, in these Azorius control builds, we don't get to see Teferi too often. So that's a cool addition. I think this card's terrific and underplayed on so many levels. Like, that extra life gain is a little bit silly, man. And then we got to see it there pairing with the Wandering Emperor a little bit too well, huh? So how far are we? 50 minutes. Oh no, we should probably go over the deck, guys. All right, here's the list again. I feel like it didn't get to do too much today, did it? It might very well be the way I put it together. So more testing required for sure. Put it on the do not craft list. I don't think it performed well enough today. That being said, if you have the cards, definitely try it out and get back to me. How did it do? If you see the meta that I saw today, it might be very tricky. That was a lot of removal. Flamebreather barely got to stick on the board, and this is isn't necessarily a high priority target to remove. It just happened to be removed consistently, and then any high priority target also really struggled to stick on the board. And when it did actually stick on the board, like Imodane, then we weren't seeing the burn that we needed too. So let's check the burn out here real quick, right? So we have Virtue of Courage, Witchstalker Frenzy, Nahiri's Warcrafting, that's 5 cards. We have all 4 Lightning Strikes, that's 9. All 4 Play with Fires, that's 13 burn, and End the Festivity, 14, right? And then 15 with the Fires of Victory. So a fourth of the deck is burn spells. Is that enough? Didn't feel like it, did it? It didn't. Okay, so if we drop some of the creatures, say I really like the Scalding Viper and how that Steam Clean pairs with cards like Flamebreather and Flamestoker. I was gonna say, like, if we drop a couple of those. Also, like, the restocking our hand with Meeting of the Mind seems a little bit too good to pass up too. I don't know, I guess I wouldn't rearrange the deck too much here. I guess, yeah, just more testing required, and at that point, we need to maybe just completely overhaul it, right? If it ends up not being good, and then we'll have to return to this at some point too, because like I said earlier, it's a highly requested card to return to with Imodane the Pyrohammer, so I'm sure we'll return to this card again at some point. Guys, let me know what you would add or take out down in the comments. If you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions for real. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.